Now, in a perfect realm scenario, if the lanes go well for Ninja Penguins, I think really in particular this mid lane for Copy, do we feel like there is a potential for them to be able to play a high tempo lineup with Luna, early Ag Shard, Manta, whatever it be, and getting that Aegis, and then where you can pair Secret, you have this Morphling, Invoker, Doom. Strong early game, some of them, Invoker and Doom, but also they do like to farm a lot as well. Is there a possibility where Ninja Penguins, if the lanes go really well, they have a couple good fights, you get early Roche, could this be kind of the success they're requiring, or is that still very unlikely?
Oh yeah, of course. Like if you look at the lineup, there is going to be a lot of farming involved, as you mentioned. So you do have the opportunity if you do well. That's why I mentioned if the lanes go well, there's a lot of stress on it. The lanes have to go well so you can make plays. But if they do, you have a really fast tempo lineup, and that's kind of been the issue with picking like two playmakers on the same team for a while now. Is if it's bad, it's real bad. If it's good, it's real good. There's no like in between, right? So it's gonna have to be one of those situations where things are real good, or the game can get out of hand really quickly, like the last time. And Merlin walking up to the high ground here, but I think Puppy might just be dead in a situation like this. Oh, no enchant. Never.
A little bit hesitant on what spell he wanted to use on Merlin. Regardless, does look like Puppy's going to go down with a second Blood Grenade. And a long right click. Of course, all of these new melee heroes have incredible attack range.
Yeah, 150 times 2.
It really feels like it is that way. All right, let's see. I've very intrigued on what the build's going to be from Corden. I mean, we've seen a lot of the stock standard Invoker, Spirit Vessel, potentially into Midas, depending on if there's anything else he's looking for. I have seen some pubs with the 7.35 where Invokers are cooking up a little bit, where you go like, Witchblade into a potential Parasma is something else you're considering about as the game goes on. So wonder how Corden, in this game in particular, and how he likes to play the Invoker as well.
I think you definitely go for, what should I call it, a Vessel this game. Just because you are playing versus Ench, who has a lot of heal, and the Primal Beast, that's a good way of like dealing with him before he gets out of control. So, wouldn't be a...
Oh, bottom?
Alex?
Well,
yeah.
Okay.
Well, we talked about if you step out of position just a little bit and how you're dead.
This is point. Techie's bottom though. We were kind of both expecting would be the Enchantress here with the Luna. Why do we feel like Alex is running with the techies in this Luna lane and the Enchantress is up top?
Probably just because Doom can devour some of these creeps.
Okay.
But it's not necessarily... Doom doesn't even like getting Devour leveled up, so that's not even a huge concern for the most part. Not sure. I think that's the only reason I can really give you. Or maybe they just really want to pressure top and punish it. Which makes sense as well.
See, Secret nonetheless have blocked up the hard camp. Small camp is available. But of course, that's going to help Merlin. Gets a nice little harpy creep if he wants to be a pest. Already that ghost is very frustrating for them to handle top.
Yeah, just free gold for Crystallis now.
There have been a lot of tips for Mr. Low Skill.
Mr. Low Skill has already all chatted this game. I mean, there's something about him. He's an angsty boy.
You're not an all chat. Oh, okay, Becky tanks the blast off, and it's gonna be fine. You're not a fan of the all chat?
I don't really care either way. It's just he has a lot to say, I'm okay with talking if like you back it up, right? But we'll see. We'll see if you can back up the talk, or talk is just talk, and then it's just kind of embarrassing, right?
Did you ever have all chat moments?
No, not really. I don't really see the point.
You want to talk shit? Oh, you can back it up here. Like you're one of the players that can back it up.
It's a lot cooler to back it up without talking shit.
Ah. Okay, so the silent killer.
Hell yeah.
Well, a lot of talk for low skill, and we'll see what he's going to be able to do. He's got the Treads Mask of Madness, and we shall see. Of course, again, like we said, this bottom lane can be very volatile depending on the positioning out of the members on Ninja Penguins.
This top lane is getting disastrous, so like, it doesn't look good.
No, not at all. Poppy getting chased down into the tower. Vaja. That's usually the adaptive strike. Vaja's not going to be able to continue really. But yeah, like you're saying, they're putting a lot of pressure on.
Yeah, it's just quite difficult to... They're going to keep getting dove over and over again. Puppy doesn't really have the resources to deal with it. And Morphling, just as a hero, isn't very strong at the early levels. He needs a lot of farm. He wants to play a really slow laning stage. Just get his farm up. And playing with a hero like Gyrocopter, which kind of wants to go for kills, isn't really enjoying this laning stage very much. And they may also be playing Merlin on this Enchantress versus the Gyro matchup because Rocket Barrage is dispellable. And as Eki will go down here. But yeah, that's something I didn't really think about too much. But that is also very true. The moment Puppy presses Q, you can just press W on Puppy and it dispels the Rocket Barrage. It is like an active buff on you, which is very weird. I don't know why it works that way, but it is very bizarre that it works that way. But it just either way is a counter.
Yeah, for a second I had to look, I'm like, hang on a second, that sounds such an interesting mechanic of it being dispellable, but...
Yeah.
We shall see. Bottom lane, gonna try and put some pressure onto the dive. Creeps boom. No level up in the Infernal Blade, unfortunately, though, so low skill has to TP all the way back to base. I mean, they'll try for Alex, but yeah, there's no hope they're gonna get the techies.
Oh, Poppy's here, though.
Okay, well, maybe they will. You know, Eki giving a false sense of security. Alex steps over to the right. Now Poppy will shortly jump out of the trees, and Alex is like, hang on a second. Oh, there's an extra hero. What's going on? Flame Break back up to help, and Eki's gonna get the kill.
And to quickly touch on the mid situation, Ember's doing okay, but he's still losing the lane, right? And this is like your counter pick to the Invoker. Doesn't really feel much of a counter right now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Oh,
attack.
not at all.
Radiant's
We're going to see some supports continuing to rotate. Eki's going to come mid. You also have Merlin as well nearby, potentially for this power rune. Top is going to be bottom. Looks like it will be top with a DD. Meanwhile, across the map, Alex was able to deal with Poppy's gyro.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm intrigued on the build from Crystallis out of the Morphling. Have you experimented at all with the Vlads on this hero? I know Utora was a pretty big fan of it. Do you feel like you go for it every game, or?
I'm on the fence with it right now because like it's good in theory. Everything about it like makes a lot of sense, and I think it's a fine item build. Do I go at every single game? I personally have dabbled in it, but I also know players who you definitely go for one of two things, right? You either go for a Linken's Rush, or you go for the Vlads, or you go for just a Morbid Mask. One thing I have noticed about the Vlads, it will slow down your timing a little bit for getting the Manta. So some games you might consider not going for it. But I think it's fine. It's not going to make or break or you win or lose a game if you go for the Vlads or just the Morbid Mask. But the verdict is Vlads is good on Morph, though. Like, I can't deny that. So whether you complete the Vlads or you have the Morbid Mask is more of a luxury, I think. And as long as you hit your timings, that's all that truly matters with this hero.
When would it be a game where you feel like is required for you to have that early timing on the Manta? Is it more just the defensive factor that it provides you, or is it also the farming accelerant? Because you're saying that it's going to slow down that timing.
A lot of it will be if there's an early Vessel in the game, I would say. Sure. But this game, you have chains, which is very nice. But I think you can hit stop with Vlads pretty easily in this game.
Chrysalis looks like he does have that one queued up at the moment. And meanwhile, we see Secret putting a lot of pressure onto this bottom tower. Finally, Copy's going to look to get active, though. Maxed out Slight, a little bit of chip. But Boom shrugs it off. Helm along with the Chainmail, Wraith Band, too. So many stats for the Doom. Pretty naturally high armor as well.
Middle tower is under attack.
And I would even say it might even be a better Linken's game than it is a Vlad's game, just because you are playing versus the Primal Beast here.
Caught him. Rotation out of the Invoker. He's going to be able to get some more earn charges. Pretty easy kill onto Merlin's Enchantress. And this top lane, they've definitely, sorry, the top lane, they've stemmed the bleeding a little bit. We saw early on through, first 4 or 5 minutes, there was a lot of pressure from the Enchantress along with the Primal Beast. But now that, Crystallis is being able to get his levels, importantly, some of those early items we are seeing is having a much easier time.
And Doom is heading down as well. Or sorry, Corden head down to the Doom to maybe make something happen to low skill or potentially just get another support kill. Either of which would be fine, as he is very close to that Vessel. And that Vessel timing will make it so killing... Well, all the heroes will become easier, right? But they see him right now, and Alex looks like he's going to be victim to this one.
We're thinking about bringing Copy down over there in the Ember, but the damage has been dealt. Nothing they can do to protect Alex. So Corden's going to be able to convert on another rotation, getting himself closer to the Vessel. This does leave top completely vacant, so Merlin, along with Vaj, is going to be able to assist to be able to get rid of this tower. Of course, Secret, they respond as well with Crystallis coming through the portal.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And picking up that Royal Jelly as well. Such a good item for Morphling. Gives you that base 50 HP. And of course, you love the regen as well on Morphling. Generally sit pretty low on the department of your strength. I like how he does have his strength shifted a little.
Okay. Man, Boom was very close to being able to get the Doom off onto the Ember. Vaj is actually thinking about moving on over though. And, yeah, he's just going to eat the ultimate from Boom. They've got any slows. Boom's going to be able to play around with the siege shot. That's all they've required to be able to catch up to him. Meanwhile, Corden as well is still hunting. Back over inside Secret's jungle. Copy was able to assassinate Eki. Have they got really any more follow-up damage to deal with anyone else? Again, Boom has got so much armor that this maxed out slide is going to do nothing versus the offlane on Secret.
And Doom is just going to turn around and farm. Oh, Alex has to be a little bit careful here. This Doom does not joke around with how much damage he does with this Scorched Earth here.
Oh, okay. Looks like Alex just able to get back. Have they stepped up too far though, Corden? Stops the Pulverize, but now sets up for the double chains. He can give them some time, but it's not going to matter. Alex back in with the blast stuff. Well, we're seeing the true strength of it, how tanky Boom's going to be, but finally, they're able to bring down the offlaner on Secret. Now they'll turn to Corden as well. Detection at the ready. There's some big kills for the boys on Ninja Penguins. You have to bring every single member to get it.
But they do get it, and I think a little bit of... I mean, that one's got to be on Boom a little bit. Well, it depends on how you want to spin the story. But basically, he saw you were respawning, right, on the Primal, and that Techies looked too juicy. He would have got the kill for sure, but he didn't pay attention to the respawn timers. But it could also be, like, good reaction from the Ninja Penguins, too.
Looks like they might be lacking the damage on some Merlin. Alright, never mind. Call down along with Corden's respawn. Again, though, we are seeing Copy freely spellcast inside the team fight. Is he going to be able to capitalize to get the kill onto Eki? Vajra as well is going to swing on over to the left, closer the distance onto Puppy. And again, a couple kills going to be given over for... I mean, not for free. You do lose multiple members, but it's a cause on Namiga that are picking them up, and they're also going to get a decent chunk of damage into the tower.
I mean, these are just good rotations from not only the Ember, but the Primal, too. Just showing up to all these fights, and their net worth, as mentioned before, needs to be good. And it is. They're having a really good game here. Blade Mail is online. But how far are you going to push this advantage here? As, yeah, they bait out the TPs in the mid lane, and they just back out. So Ninja Penguins playing that really well, not overextending. Luna continues to free farm.
Yes.
Everything's good.
He's incredibly farmed on Lucio. It's going to be that Manta style as his first item. Bottom lane, what do we got going on? Eki and Crystallis maybe considering about going for Vajra, but yeah, not gonna work out. If we solely look at like the Morphling and the Luna, can you even do this in this matchup in particular? Like, is there a carry that is a little bit more favored as this game goes on, or do you kind of have to look at other components as well?
I mean, on a 1-to-1, Morphling beats Luna, right? But the difference between Morph and Luna is Luna farms a lot faster than Morph. So if Luna's up one item or two items on the Morph, then the Morph doesn't really mind too much. But if that one team fight goes wrong in the mid late game, all of a sudden Morph bypasses you in net worth, and then the game can start feeling a little bit impossible as a Luna. But this is the ideal state you want to be on as a Luna, where you're free farming, the Morph is free farming, you're going to hit a timing before him, use that timing to get a Roche or something, and you not necessarily end the game, but you keep your net worth advantage higher than the Morphling. And this is the only problem I have with the Vlad's build right now, is the fact that when you shift all the way down, you have like 300 HP, right? And it's very easy as a Morph player to like want to mid-max and just always be there, but you got to shift more HP.
They need to bring some reinforcements ASAP to keep the Invoker alive. Is going to be enough at the moment. Corden falling low. Gets the Ghost Walk off, but it's not going to matter. It's a big kill for Radiant, but they just step far too close to Secret's high ground, and they're going to be punished. Crystallis, I mean, you were just mentioning about the Morphling. If he is able to keep up with the Luna's farm, and an ultra kill, without a doubt, is going to help out in that area.
Most definitely is there, and he just got his first points into just his ultimate, right? Just how Morph kind of works nowadays. You don't get your ult until a bit later. He goes and picks that up, becomes the Ember Spirit, gets the chains off, gets the slide onto multiple heroes, and now he gets an ultra kill as boom. Oh, good. Is it
Very
enough
nice.
though? Probably not.
Doesn't look like it in the end though. Boom, will go down. Can they respond though with their own tier 1 tower? It's pretty low. Looks like they should be able to do so.
Dire's middle tower is under
I mean,
attack.
Boom is on the receiving end quite a bit this game of just kind of getting overextending a little bit. You could argue in that case he stayed around to make sure Crystallis could get the tower, but I don't think that tower is important enough to lose like your offlaner who is Doom that has like highest net worth his life, right? So a little bit of overextension there.
See what we're going to get out of this second nighttime here in game 2. Where supports from Secret's going to run into Alex. Good attempt at the flame break to be able to stop that blast off. Still gets down to the low ground, which is closer to where Ninja Penguins are currently set up. But it means that Corden's going to have a relatively free team fight. He actually runs directly into the middle though, so eats some damage, but gets some distance out of the tornado. Now Boom once again, great use out of the Hurricane, drags back Merlin, triple kill for the boys on Secret. All they lose is Poppy.
And after a couple bad fights like that, you start looking at low skill and being, we're going to need you soon, buddy. Things are going well, but things are not going well anymore. And as you can see, Crystallis has been participant in the last 2 fights where low skill has not been a participant. He has been a spectator. And I think in the next fight or two, either you calm down and you stop fighting on Ninja Penguins, or you're going to have to start involving the Luna, because you are definitely involving the Morphling already. And you don't want these 4v5 fights to continue.
Yeah, I've honestly been very impressed with Crystallis and his rotations to some of these early fights. I mean, what, 2-0 and 5? Oh no, 5-0 and 1. Apologies, the Crystallis is at the moment, so been very active. Scarlet is going to be the next item of choice for him. See Secret looking to try and play towards his top side of the map.
Yep, Scotty is quite good on Morphling, historically always has been. But we'll see if he actually stops for that. He hasn't even finished his Manta yet. I think he'll probably want to finish the Manta and then just brainstorm a little bit of what he needs for this game. Sometimes you go for the Conda just because of how much burst damage potential you have for it. But I wouldn't be sad if he just goes for a full right-click build either. Still trying to figure out if Conda is even worth it on Morphling. I know it sounds crazy because it is one of the better heroes with it. But sometimes you just need to go for the better items for the game, and Scotty might just be better this game.
Not as fun. Definitely, there's always
Not as fun, yeah.
some enjoyment with going Conda, but you know, it's also fun getting wins, right? And not getting eliminated in the hunt to Birmingham. So what the choice is going to be. Secret, Boom and Corden hand in hand. Gonna run into Merlin. Should be a pretty easy kill here onto the Enchantress. What's the call from Ninja Penguins? They're cool. Steiner's sticking around as Copy runs into Poppy up on the north. That missile sets up for Eki to get in range, though. It wasn't able to dodge it with the slide. Very difficult for him to do so nonetheless. And Secret able to get 2 big kills. And can they lead this into an objective, though? Maybe they can look to Roche?
They could probably do it. Morph does a lot of damage. She has Vlad's too. So it'll just help make everyone a bit more tanky. And even that lifesteal, as you can see on Doom, just allowing him to hit there. He has a devoured creep as well. And, oh, Doom, look at that. He's got 50 armor.
How's he guess? Alex in a great spot. They're coming as well. Come on, Alex. Could it be perfect? Can someone give them some information? Dude, what? You were so close! Oh, they got the ages, though. A great way to start. But now, what are you able to do off the back of the respawn? Because Secret, they're just going to clean up. It was cute, but it just was not enough. You get rid of the ages of Immortal, but you lose 3 heroes straight away. Copy and Low Skill weren't even able to enter the fight.
It was close. I like the idea, because if they would have got the Aegis there, that fight could have potentially been a lot different, right? But unfortunately, they were like 1 second too late. Literally, just like 1 second with that blast off too late after the Aegis was claimed by the Morphling. They did take the Aegis, so that is some good news, but losing 3 heroes for it, obviously still just a win for Team Secret.
Radiant are scanning.
Do you see Corden going for this Witchblade Pike, and so after that Vessel, wanting to mess around a little bit with the potential right-click scaling? I, again, have seen some of this in some high-ranked pubs. I'm not sure when you go for it compared to some of the other things. I feel like it is still a very undiscovered item build. Copy. Maybe in some trouble if they got the remnant location. Poppy's pretty close. It's not really the person you want to be nearby, though. That's where Boom's able to come into play, but Poppy's still vulnerable. This remnant isn't far away. And they got one more as well. Can they actually catch up to that? Missile stun is forever. Tornado is going to be required to help close the distance. It's going to be off the mark. They still scout him out with the Sunstrike. Radiant are coming over, but regardless, you're not going to have an Ember for the team fight. A Doom's going to be used from Boom. Puppy just charges in to assassinate the mid laner. That's a well-worthy sacrifice.
Get wrecked. Puppy. I mean, yeah, you definitely go for that. And not only did you sacrifice, right, yourself to kill the enemy mid laner, you brought the whole enemy team to come deal with you. And that was a BKB on low skill too. I didn't even know what he did in that fight, but apparently he popped his BKB, probably defensively, just to get out of dodge there. And Corden, he's gonna find him here, but Manta is up and they're hunting him.
Swinging down. Crystallis is nearby too. Running. Again, the tornado from Corden just clipping the Luna. I mean, he's pretty close to the base, but...
Oh, he has no Manta. Yeah, he used it to farm.
Wow. They just killed the Tormentor as well for the boys on Radiant, so they had no resources to TP in to potentially protect him, and like you said, he used the Manta, and I mean, that was a perfect timing for Secret, and you know, Corden 4, 2, and 13 here from the Invoker has been really on point with a lot of his rotations so far this game. Top lane, of course, just assisting to get that big kill into the Ember, then down to bottom as well to get another one into a core.
Yeah, Crystallis is doing one of my favorite things in Dota right now. You fully morph up all your strength. No, you pick up a shield rune. So you just have a 2000 shield. Like, this hero's insane with shield rune. You just morph everything to strength, then you pick up the shield rune, and then you morph all the way back to agility, and you keep the shield rune. There probably needs to be a patch where it retroactively scales with how much HP you have, right? But for now, very exploitable by Morphling to have like the biggest shield of all time.
Let's see what they can do off the back of this smoke. This game's starting to get out of hand for Ninja's Penguins. Eki, a very interesting position. I think did they see him? I'm not sure. They're picking up this high ground. Dude, Ek is dancing though. Chain's still going to be there. Nonetheless, really good use of the flame break, but no one's around for Secret to protect him. But time wasted. And 5 heroes from the boys on Radiant.
And this is kind of the problem with Luna as a hero as well. Like, I don't blame Low Skill for playing the way he has been playing. Well, I do blame him a little bit. I think he could be a bit more active. But that time has really passed. But when your team starts losing, and you're Luna and you're hitting creeps, it's kind of hard to like turn off the switch of hitting creeps, because it's not like he can enter these fights very easily anymore. So the first couple fights that happened where he wasn't present and the morph did show up, it's either one of two things. Either your team shouldn't have went, or you should have joined them. And that's going to be something he might be kicking himself over a little bit right now of how this game is progressing. Because at this point in the game, yeah, you're farmed on the Luna, but what can you do? But he does need to do something, so they're going to smoke up his 5 and try to make something happen. But it's a train meeting a train.
Jumping instant doom onto the Ember. It's all up to low skill. You farmed this much net worth, and it's finally coming into play. The Luna damage.
He doesn't kill anyone.
No way, they all survived on a slither of health, and now they'll drag them back onto Crystallis. Oh, we were so close. In the end, you get Eki, but the damage has been dealt. Merlin assassinates Boom, but it's a 4-for-2. What a team fight from Team Secret. And I mean, Crystallis, he's still going to hunt down Merlin as well. In the end, a full 5-man wipe. The second ultra kill for Crystallis this game.
Yeah, Crystallis is feeling himself this game, and him becoming Ember Spirit has been a problem. You talked about it in the draft, like, it didn't look like the best morph game ever until you picked Ember. Then it's like, oh, there's a couple conditions for a good morph game. One is your lane is very important. Number 2 is the fact that you have a good carry matchup. Both of those were kind of, like, checked, but he didn't really have a good target to morph into. Like, Primal, not so great. Inch, not good. Luna, whatever. You probably don't want to stay in that form. And Techie's bad. So then this Ember comes into the equation. You're like, I'm going to be that guy every single fight. Get a slight chain off. Keep targets in place. It's like I have an Ember on my own team at that point. And, you know, everything is falling in place for Crystallis in this game number 2 here. And he's having a flawless game.
Puppy.
Puppy died. He died. How did he die over there? What? He was so far away.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And he died, unfortunately, for the Batrider shard.
It's funny, but it doesn't really matter much. It's okay.
Copy? They got lassoed already, and with Cordon's damage, I think Copy will go down inside the lasso control. I'm gonna go for it though. Alex, meanwhile, further to the south.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Eki's gonna run into the techies nonetheless, so they will at least get a kill.
Dire are scanning. Radiant are
That last
scanning.
team fight, it's like replaying in my mind for low skill. It looks so good, but it ended the most devastating way possible.
Yeah.
Both the heroes escaped, like 1 HP on the gyro, 2 hits on the doom, and then you get lassoed and you die. It's grim. It's definitely grim here. Low skill has not been able to find much footing. Like, his score is fine. He doesn't have a bad score. It's just the impact he's been able to have outside of the laning stage just hasn't been much. And what can you do to change that? It's hard because this Morph has a monster kill, has a Scotty complete, almost has a Conda complete as well. And I talked about how Morph will just destroy a Luna in a 1v1 if they're even net worth, but Morph is just higher now. Gordon.
He's in some trouble. Vaji with an interesting pathing to get into the middle of the fight, and I mean, that's going to pay off huge for the kill into Gordon, but here comes Crystallis. We've seen what this small thing's going to be able to do previously with the Amber Replicate once again. Finds a double. Vaja stopped at the buzzer. Poppy with the help of the chains as well from the Morphling. Triple kill. 13, 0, and 6. Yes, you get 2 nice kills. It's not enough for the boys on Ninja Penguins.
Definitely not enough. What? So I'm just trying to figure out like what the win condition is for Ninja Penguins. It's very difficult. Like, you are outscaled. I think they feel it too, so they're trying to make these plays across the map and hoping one of them works. But Secret is just responding perfectly to every single rotation. Crystallis, he's joining every fight, and that's kind of like the big difference maker. This Morph hero can join all the fights where Luna can't. Luna doesn't have like the mobility that a Morphling has to get in and out of the fights. The best Luna can do for now is just keep the lanes shoved in, and you have to find opportunities to make things happen right now. And Luna even went for a very interesting item in the Nemesis Curse. This is an item that makes you very squishy. Obviously, you do more damage with it.
Hang on, what's going on here? Little lasso control is all they need. Crystallis again, man. Wherever this Morphling is, it doesn't matter.
And guess what he is? He's always Ember Spirit too.
As a result, just cleaning up house. A defensive BKB from Vaja, and like you said, this Ember Spirit replicate. I mean, it's just it's an exceptional game. I mean, and you started it as well, right? Saying that Chrysalis is. He's not anymore known as that 2-3 trick pony. Yes, they're still by far his best heroes, but without a doubt, he's been able to branch out and really continue to grow as a person. A lot of people have sung the praises of Boom, and without a doubt, Ed is well deserved with the growth that he's had as an offlaner. But Chrysalis as well is looking really goddamn good in the carry role.
Yep, he definitely is. He's branching out, learning a lot of heroes, and he's been putting in the work. And that's all Dota is. It's just work ethic. The more you want it, the more you practice, eventually you're going to get good. Like, you can look at players like CCNC. I've known this guy for a long time. Like, at one point, he was just okay, but he put in the work ethic and became the best in the world at his role. So, as long as you have the grind set mentality, you can get where you want to be.
See what they're going to be able to get off the back of the Aegis here. Secret. Second one to work with. Not that you needed the BKB. You've got it now getting delivered on Chrysalis. Octarine as well for Boom. And they are going to see Alex very shortly. The remnants of this tier 2 tower, their Observe Ward. See if they want to reveal it though. And Alex, central drop nonetheless. They'll kill him before the D ward happens. And you do have your lanes in a great position to be able to capitalize 40 seconds with a 4v5.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, you got the glyph. Might as well just go up and hit it some more here. Yeah, this Alacrity morph. Hitting pretty hard now at this stage of the game.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
How do you defend this? This is probably the best place to fight, though. If you are the Luna. Luna has picked up a butterfly.
Radiant's top barracks.
Okay.
Does have the Nemesis Curse. So this is kind of like an all-in play, hoping that this Nemesis Curse does more harm to them than yourself with the butterfly evasion.
How do you start the fight though?
Yeah, you don't really have a good way of stunning other than just going in.
He's going to be cautious. To Chrysalis. Hover's going to be stopped short. Now Boom with the jump in as well. Instant Manta. Nicely done from low skill. Making it very difficult for Boom to be able to find that opportunity to use the ultimate. But Alex doesn't really have the capability to reposition. Sunstrike on the mark. Now Vaja though sees an opportunity to charge in. Doom is out for Boom. So we'll be able to get the rebuttal kill onto this Primal Beast, but this is up to low skill now. You've got to fight. You don't have to worry about Boom's ultimate. It's going to try and move into the middle, but Eki instantly holds him down with the lasso. It's wasting that BKB duration. Once it's expired, there's nothing the Luna's going to be able to do. Secret can clean up house. They've fallen pretty goddamn low, though. Hold a second. Copy and Vaja. They'll get the spike to be able to assassinate Eki, but Chrysalis off the back of the respawn. You've dealt with multiple other members caught in great timing out of the cold snaps. Not again eat the charge from Vaja. And Chrysalis, nothing he has to fear. Merlin, well, I mean, you get the Evoker kill. Very nicely done, but yeah, this Morphling is the ultimate raid boss this game. Oh, no, the Ogre? The Ogre? Okay.
No!
Oh, very close.
I mean, that was the update, right? The neutrals are fighting back. Really trying to go for it on that one on the Ogre, but unfortunately a little bit too slow. So yeah, you got a buyback on the Primal there, and that's what kind of salvaged the fight. If you didn't have a buyback on Primal, that is probably game, honestly, because that buyback did so much damage when he came onslaughting through with the trample there. But you still have Chrysalis to deal with.
Okay. Oh god.
Oh, Ench is hurting though.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting items. Off the kill from Corden, I believe, got a lot of gold as well. So 2,300 in the bank for Merlin.
Yep, he's definitely hitting hard, and that's kind of how these fights have to go. Ench has to do a lot of damage, and I think more importantly than anything is I think they need to change the approach to their fights. I think Luna needs to just focus on the morph. Low skill? Hello! Okay, almost died to the Tormentor there. She's like, I can do this. But I'm telling you, this Nemesis Curse item is a trap. It's almost never worth it. It makes you way too tanky. Yeah, you do 12% damage to one target that you're hitting, but you're taking 8% more damage from all sources. So you have 5 people hitting you, right? You're just getting shredded.
Adds up. Potential one last push is all they need. Raj is going to start onto Crystallis. Are they able to control it before the attribute shift? Not enough. We'll get the quick and easy kill into the Enchantress. Instant use of the buyback. Now with the repositioning out of Secret. Low skill trying to hold them down. But Corden's going to be able to push him away with a deafening blast, and he wants to continue the chase. Boom's going to be able to jump over the top, trying to take the Luna out of the team fight. It's going to come down to Merlin with the Enchantress again. Snipes the Invoker. Crystallis is falling kind of low here for the Morphling, but it's not going to be low enough. This Morphling, hang on a second, potentially Merlin's damage really racking up. Have they got a response to the Enchantress, though, playing with fire? Raj is going to be able to turn to try and slam the Doom into the ground. 3 buybacks, though. Out of Radiant, you'll catch Eki off guard as well. Merlin with the triple kill. That is a costly investment to the team fight, though, for Ninja Penguins.
Yeah, that was actually 4 buybacks in total for Ninja Penguins. It could have been 5 potentially, but you already had cooldown on the primal buyback from the last fight. So yeah, it is a hold though. So as long as your throne is still up, there's still a chance. That's what they always say, right? So they're gonna go ahead and potentially do something with this. Do you go for an all-in Hail Mary player? That is like the question, because Doom is on cooldown. But what, for 20 seconds? Never mind. Like, I don't think you can even go for this one. Maybe you can get a building at best. But you more than that, you just have another opportunity to take another fight.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Potentially you can kill this Morphling before he attribute shifts.
Dire's middle tower
You never
is
know.
under attack.
Like, you don't have a lot of instant stuns. It's only really just Onslaught and Pulverize are the only things you can do right now to stun him. And there's no blink. I guess there is a blink dagger, so maybe that's your play. Just hope to chain stun this Morph before he gets anything off and kill him. If you can't do that, well, you probably lose the game. Very small window of how you can win this game, but it's not 0%.
Okay. What's Dota Plus didn't say? 8%.
I don't know.
Dire's
8%.
top tower
We've
is
seen
under
worse.
attack.
Yes, we've seen some 0% comebacks. 8%, that's nothing.
It's nothing. That's the damage you take from Nemesis Curse.
I guess
It's nothing, right?
No, exactly right. It's nothing. 8% just from everyone. That's not too bad. We should be able to handle this.
My waters rise.
Smoke off from either side. Looks like Ninja Penguin's going to move down to their cliff ward towards the bottom. Secret is stalking their prey, however.
Radiant are scanning.
Nice scan. The Crystal.
Here we go.
Everyone's a
This
little
is
bit
the moment.
separate from him.
Oh no,
They're so
that
hesitant, though.
that was your moment. Okay. I guess they have another moment, maybe. Luna's given the night vision. But Doom...
Surely. Smoke pops. Vaja runs straight into the middle. Can they really blow up Boom before he gets the ultimate off? This man is incredibly survivable. And there we go, but the turnaround over towards the Ember Spirit. And low skill gets blown up as well. A potential one opportunity to try and take the fight onto the Morphling. You didn't see everyone else, and as a result, when Secret fight 5-on-5, they're going to be able to close out this game with ease, and that will eliminate Ninja Penguins from the hunt to make it to Birmingham.
Yeah, they still showed signs of life here. And you are an up-and-coming team here with some newer players to the